Hey guys, this is attempt number 2 at video number 2. You should have seen it last time. It was a train wreck. So that's what we did last time. We're going to go to slide 18 here. Think of World War I. Actually, let me pause for 8 seconds. I have a timer going, so I can guarantee you I will not go over 5 minutes. All right, started it. Good. Think of World War I as these 4 logs. N-I-M-A. N, nationalism. I, imperialism. M, it's not monkeys, it's militarism. A, alliance system. Think of these 4 logs as kind of interwoven and kind of all interrelated. And don't forget, these events are basically events, and the stress, especially between Germany and France, have made these very explosive. Imagine these logs were soaked in gasoline. So all you need is one spark and it's going to start. There are 3 vocabulary words I would like you to write down here. They're right here. And what I want to point out to you is Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Yes, the band is named after him. Sorry. So he's the heir to the Austrian throne. Remember, we're talking about Austria-Hungary here, who was on the same side as Germany. His plan was to add Serbia to Austria-Hungary. And then totally separate of that is the Black Hand. Who was in the Black Hand? Gavrilo Princip. The thing that they have in common is these two hate him. He wants to take over their lands. All right? So remember, Balkan Peninsula, called the Powder Keg. Remember, 11 to 14 minority groups living in that area, all saying they want their own nation. 400 years of ethnic and political conflict in that area. Okay? And then what you're going to see in this bottom here is the idea that Austria and Hungary, who are on opposite sides, Austria-Hungary is with Germany, who's with Russia, England, and France, are competing for influence and power in the Balkans. Russia wants Serbia to have independence. Austria-Hungary opposes Serbian independence and wants to control them. So we're looking in this area, the Balkan Peninsula. Many groups in the Balkans had gained independence in the early 1900s. Austria-Hungary annexed Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1908. Serbia is outraged because they believe that they're the rightful rulers of these Slavic lands. All right? So what we're going to get is an assassination. Gavrilo Princip was a terrorist or a hero, depending on what side you're on. And he hates the idea of Austria-Hungary starting to take over this area. All right? So he's a Serbian, worried about Bosnia. He sees it all as Slavic lands together. All right? So we're talking about this area. Again, 400 years, 11 to 14 minority groups saying they deserve to have their own country. So what happens is Gavrilo Princip actually gets lucky in a way. He had started to give up on the idea of being able to assassinate them. And then the parade route takes an unplanned detour, and they drive past Gavrilo. He runs out and kills Archduke Franz Ferdinand. And, sadly, his pregnant wife. All right? There's the Archduke and his wife in happier times. So now here's what happens. Once Gavrilo shoots these two, he and she are from Austria-Hungary. He is seen as a representative of Serbia and Bosnia. So then Austria-Hungary is going to declare war on Serbia. Well, who's friends with Serbia? Very good. Russia. So they're going to declare war. Well, who's friends with Austria-Hungary? Germany's going to declare war. And once Germany declares war, who hates Germany? France. So all of the powers of Europe get pulled into war because of one person. That dude. And because of these dude and dudette. This is Archduke Franz Ferdinand. He was the heir to the Austrian-Hungary throne. By the way, the king at this time was like 92. So really what Franz Ferdinand did was basically rob Austria-Hungary of all leadership. It's not this dude. Brace yourself. We did that. All right. Remember, Austria had taken control of Bosnia. It's the home of this idea of independence, of nationalism. So Gavrilo Princip, GP, kills Franz Ferdinand. All right, so that's my cue to get ready to start wrapping up. So let's look at the end of this here. So there's Sarajevo, there's Serbia. So you can get a sense, this is the Balkan Peninsula. Earlier in the day, there'd been a bombing threat, a failed bomb attempt. Gavrilo gets lucky and is able to kill Franz Ferdinand, which then leads to the war. Austria, supported by Germany, sends Serbia a tough ultimatum. Serbia agrees to all but 2 of the terms of the ultimatum. Russia mobilizes her troops to support Serbia. Germany demands that Russia stand her armies down, and Germany declares war on Russia. Once Germany declares war, France is coming in. And what starts in the war, this is amazing. This German plan for the battle had been old, about 11 years old. All right, so imagine buying your prom dress in 2nd grade. Let's go back to it. So what the Germans had planned was that they were going to do a knockout punch on France, so then they could go fight Russia. Avoid French defenses by invading through Belgium, which had been neutral, and the Germans thought the British would not intervene. So that's how we get to the war. What is the Schlieffen Plan? It's the German plan that had been in the German books for about 11 years. NEMA practice. Let's call this number 1. Let's call this number 2. And let's call this number 3. We will discuss in class what you put down for those 3, all right? And we're going to remember them NEMA. You could also call them main, but I feel like it's not creative enough. All right? I'm done, guys. Bye.